What's up, guys? It's a lot Mafia here, and today I wanted to do a WWE 2K14 roster prediction. Now, WWE 2K14 was announced a few months ago, and they have yet to reveal the roster for it, only announcing a few superstars and legends that are going to be in it. And I just wanted to take the time to, give my thoughts on who's going to be on the roster, who's not, who's going to be on the DLC, because obviously they're going to release some DLC as with previous titles. And also I have information regarding my WWE versus TNA sequel, I guess you could call it, at the end of the video, so stay tuned and you'll hear about that. So let's get right to it, and let's first take a look at the roster that has been revealed already. Alright, so if you take a look here, we have Dolph Ziggler, John Cena, Macho Man Randy Savage, The Rock, Ryback, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and of course the Ultimate Warrior, which he was announced as pre-order DLC for the game. So as you can see, they're kind of mixing up with the old and the new and then the Attitude Era, and so they got Dolph Ziggler, John Cena, and Ryback from the new. Then they got The Rock and Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold from like the Attitude Era. And then they got Macho Man Randy Savage and Ultimate Warrior from the Golden Era. Now keep in mind, these are just my predictions. They have no bearing whatsoever and does not confirm who's going to be in the game and who's not. So first I wanted to talk about who from the current roster is going to be in the game. So let's start with alphabetical order. We have the current Divas Champion AJ Lee. We have WWE Diva Oksana. We have the current World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio. We have Alicia Fox. We have Antonio Cesaro, Big E Langston, The Big Show, Booker T, Brock Lesnar, Brodus Clay, Christian, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, Daniel Bryan, Darren Young, Dean Ambrose, Drew McIntyre, Epico, Fandango, Heath Slater, Hunico, Jack Swagger, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Jinder Mahal, Caitlyn, Kane, Kofi Kingston, Layla, Mark Henry, The Miz, Natalya, Nikki Bella, Primo, R-Truth, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns, Santino Marella, Seth Rollins, Sheamus, Sin Cara, Tamina Snuka, Tensai, Titus O'Neil, Triple H, Tyson Kidd, The Undertaker, Wade Barrett, and Zack Ryder. Now keep in mind, my prediction is based off of who was in the WrestleMania and Extreme Rules pay-per-view, who's on the card. So chances are, if they're on the card or they debuted sometime in between them, then or sometime before then they're going to be on the card. So guys like Fandango, who debuted recently, they're going to be on the card. Now let's move on to the legends who I think are going to be in the game. Of course, we got Macho Man and the Ultimate Warrior already on the roster, but I want to see guys like Bob Backlund and Bruno Sammartino, who have not appeared in any WWE game ever. At least to my knowledge, I don't think they've ever been in a game that has released. So it would be kind of cool to have them on there. Also, Bret Hart, obviously, because he's Bret Hart. Andre the Giant is actually another one I would like to see, because he was he was in a few games, but I feel like he needs to be in the game, because there's not a lot of big guys. There's maybe Big Show and Mark Henry, and Brodus Clay, and maybe Tensai, because he's a big guy too. But that's it. Like, I feel like there needs to be like that one defining big guy, so Andre the Giant would probably be my pick. Ric Flair is another one, because he recently got released from TNA. Well, not released, but his contract expired, and now he's with WWE. So I would like to see Ric Flair in the WWE again, in the WWE game again. Another one is Roddy Piper. He was actually one of my favorites, not growing up, but my favorite legend, because he was always like that brash and smash mouth style who really didn't care what you thought of him, and he just talked. He was kind of like the Steve Austin of the golden age of WWE. He said what's on his mind. At least it felt like he was saying what's on his mind. So I would like to see him in the game too. And of course, you know, recent legends of in the past 10 years, Eddie Guerrero and Edge, who you know, they had to cut their careers got cut short from one reason or another, and you know, I think they need to be regulars in like future games, because I really like playing with Eddie Guerrero and Edge. I can never see him not be in the WWE game. I can't see it. It's hard to see him not be in the game, you know. So hopefully they're in the game as well. Now let's move on to DLC options. These are people who either debuted a little bit late, or who they're just saving for, who can add a little more spice to the roster that wasn't initially thought. So guys who I think will be revealed as DLC will be the current Intercontinental Champion, Curtis Axel, the recently debuted Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, and also the returning Rob Van Dam. These are the people who I'd like to see as DLC, because obviously they came to the game a little late, and this is just a first DLC package. I mean, obviously there'll be more. I don't know. Maybe there'll be legends they're adding, like possibly Hulk Hogan. I don't know. I mean, obviously he's still with TNA, but who knows? Speaking of TNA, that brings me to my WWE vs. TNA news. Now, I know you guys have been asking me when am I going to release Season 2, when am I going to come out with it, when am I going to release the first episode, or first season, or first part, or whatever. And the answer to that is this Saturday, August 3rd. Now, I'm not completely finished with the season yet, but I will be starting to release the parts every weekend, one on Saturday, one on Sunday, until I'm done. And it's gonna run on for a few months, because I have a lot of parts that I did. So stay tuned for that, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.